It looks like everything's working. Well, I'm having to rebuild this Lego radio because evidently I did something wrong. So I got lots of parts right here. I'm still working on taking it apart. I think it's best just to do everything and just start from page one, you know? Little one was helping me make those shorts this weekend. She really enjoyed that. Switch this over to live chat since I don't really understand the difference, but at least. Oh, Speedy isn't here. Here she is. Can't believe I was about to do a stream without my co-host. She has to be here. She has to be here for each stream. And she could probably do the stream without me. It might even be better. But yeah, little one was having fun making those, helping me make those two shorts. I hope everyone enjoyed them. I was looking at those smart bricks, but I'm not really huge into Star Wars. But I understand that's why they're starting the smart brick thing Star Wars. That's a really good IP. Hey kid, welcome in. Hope everything's going all right for you. Yeah, usually aviation gets in here first. See, I never got this Lego radio to work well, so just gonna start the thing over. Oh yeah, thank you. That's pretty cool that I'm up to 133. Really, people like the shorts. Because since I've started doing those, I'm getting a handful more subs. And they're kind of fun to make. I'm thinking one thing I might do with the shorts is start telling like a 30-second a day story with some of the minifigures. I know it really jumped quick, and it seems to really be doing those shorts is what YouTube likes. You gotta feed the beast, as they say. They don't, because they're the ones that make the rules, so they decide what what gets stuff in front of people's eyes. Ah, there's the piece I lost. While we were running some errands this weekend up at the local hardware store, we found this. It was just so cute. I had to get this. But I really need to get the 2 more tables over there to expand, and then I can add like a little farm or something. We already have a bug keepers thing with the friend sets, so I figure that's going to be part of it. This little farm kit. But I really need to have a steady source of income before I can get more tables for down here. This Grubhub thing isn't exactly a stable source of income, and it's exhausting. I mean, I'm managing to do like 3-4 hours at a time, and then I'm just dead tired. This traffic here in Atlanta is something else. So, driving around trying to move safe but quick is exhausting. So I can only do that for so long. Just keep crossing my fingers. My higher command is going to find some funds for me. Then I can buy more Legos and expand my little city. Because, that's what's important. Getting more Legos and getting more tables is more important than anything. Okay, come on. What I would really love to do is if these smart bricks, be able to add one into this radio and have program it with like a bunch of songs or something. That would be fun. Hopefully I can build this thing correctly this next time. Oh man, I'm tired. Driving around in circles is just exhausting. I can drive for 12 hours a day and be less tired than I am right now. Or hopefully one of these jobs I've done an interview for comes through here soon. So many parts. Getting there. Yeah, we built so much stuff this weekend. Little one just loves to sit here and do the build together thing. Now, of course, this Wednesday, my friends, again, we're trying to set up him coming over to build the Yellow Submarine. Yeah, it would be neat if I could do that build together thing with it. It's kind of weird. Some of the stuff has the build together and some doesn't. I'm wondering if it's just like a how old or new the thing is. I'm hoping that build together thing has it, or the Yellow Submarine has the build together thing. Okay, come on. Come on. There we go. Come on. All right. Come on. So many little parts on this. Come on. Man, I forgot how many little things there was in this. A lot of little bitty pieces in this thing. Everything should be. There we go. Yeah, I kind of. Well, I think it's just best to. It's best to go all the way on this. Because who knows how many mistakes I made the first time I tried to build this. Because there's a bunch of little things that just were not working. So I could have made all kinds of mistakes. Ah! Thank you for stopping that little piece, Sweet. You are a very good co-host. Man, this thing is pretty big. I don't know how people do this DoorDash thing for like 12 hours a day. And I would be just doing it for 4 hours was exhausting. Try to get some sort of organization going here. We also had drill this weekend, but I had already done my drill earlier to get some work done. It's kind of weird knowing there's drill going on and I'm not, well, I mean, I was doing work. They kept calling and texting me. It's not like I wasn't doing anything. I actually finished up some of the work today. If only they paid me. That'd be nice. Only they would pay me what I do. I love doing the work, but you think the army could figure out how to get me in there. There's so much to do. Such is such. Such is life. Come on, little part. Here we go. Get these parts. All right. Almost done. Almost gotten all the things off here. No, I don't really do this thinking I'll ever actually get to 500 subs and make a penny off this, but it'd be kind of nice. I do definitely need money. We have no idea what's going to happen at the end of this month here in a couple weeks. I just would love to go in and be able to do all the work that I want to do. The major was talking to the VC about all this and about giving me orders. Like, well, can this person or this person or this person do it on their annual training? It's just not that simple. I think he understands that. It's just there's work that only the supply sergeant can do. Oh, bugger. There we go. Do need to put like a little bit of carpet down here or a small rug. That would stop these parts bouncing around everywhere when I drop them. Because I'm sure I won't have this done by Wednesday when my friend comes up here. So I'll have to reorganize stuff. But I think it'll be a nice change of pace having my friend up here for a day to do something different. My computer was starting to make random noises. Computer, screen off. Moved my little screen from across the room so that when I'm sitting here doing work, doing army work, I can put like YouTube or something on there. It's one of the older models, but I did figure out how to get it to play Crunchyroll. It doesn't particularly like to do it, but it's better than um, having to go on my computer. Or on my phone. And also, I'm sitting here doing work, having something that's not really in front of my face or off on the side. Helps me work more. The ADD dyslexic brain is a weird thing. I've had it my whole life and it still doesn't make sense. I think this part is going to stay together. Come on. Let's be kind of organized here, pieces. I'm kind of surprised Michael wants to actually open the box. I just figured he'd keep the thing unbuilt. Okay, let's start building my little things here so that I have everything the same size together. Doing these little fans is really the only way I can. Oh, hey, Roman. Everything going all right for you? Ah, well, thank you, as always. Yeah, I'm up to like 133 now. It's kind of amazing. Now, my radio I built forever ago, a bunch of stuff just wouldn't work right in it. So, just going to restart it. I think it's just for the best. Sometimes it's good just to start from scratch. I got, I It's like my second day working on taking it apart. Just finished that. Oh, I've been driving around in circles doing what's it? DoorDash. Tell you that is just exhausting. So not quite have the same amount of energy today. Couple nights I've come back. I usually do it first thing, or do it first thing in the morning. I come back in the afternoon. I've fallen asleep a couple times. The way this city is built is just so insane. There's like no rhyme or reason to the streets, and traffic just never stops. So I'm out there feeling like I'm always just a hair away from a major accident. So, and you got to do what you got to do to try to make some kind of income in this world, especially when you seem like you're too qualified to get a job doing anything. Ah, well, I'll get those pieces later. I don't feel like jumping down and picking them up right now. I hope everything's going all right for y'all. Well, one and I were making those shorts this weekend, and she loves doing it. So she gave me the idea of one thing I'm going to do with shorts is just little quick stories with the minifigures. I'm sure someone out there does it already, but I think it could be entertaining. May not do that every time, but I think it'll be a nice different thing to do. She had so much fun making those. She I think we spent 30 minutes practicing practicing those two. Finally, she's like, "Okay, this is it. That's the one, Daddy. I'm done." I don't know how many sets we built like two or three sets this weekend. Oh, hi. Welcome in. I had to take apart my Lego radio here. There's, there's just a bunch of stuff it seems like I got wrong. Yeah, things are all right here. Won't complain too much. I hope everything's all right out there. I spent this morning, I've said it a couple times, but spent this morning doing DoorDash. That's just exhausting stuff. I really don't know how people can do it all day long. I just do not have that much energy in me anymore. Maybe when I was in my 20s, but fighting traffic all day is not something I'm able to do. Yeah, I mean, the money's okay. It's just traffic in Atlanta is maddening. And I'm outside the city proper, but it's still just exhausting. I think what I'm going to try to do it in the morning, stop at the gym, you know, get a little bit of exercise in, get the blood moving again, and then do it for a little while in the afternoon before I come do this. That might be my best thing to do, and keep hoping that my orders come through, or one of these jobs. I mean, I can see how people make good money at it when you do it just 12 hours a day, but I am 100% sure I'd get in car accidents doing that. Oh, that was Little Bricks, I think is a channel. Of course, he does builds also, and I think he's Air Force. He's Air Force vet. Oh, I thought I yeah, I'm still figuring out how this posting links things work. I am not the most YouTube savvy. I think he's a good guy. Unfortunately, he's not getting any VA benefits, which is really sad. Yeah, like I tell my little one, there's just so much stuff rolling around in my brain. It's not a surprise that there's simple things that I just don't grasp. But then you ask me crazy army stuff, and I got it. But how to post a link on YouTube, not my thing. Yeah, we can't all know everything, that's for sure. And some days at this point, I feel like I'm lucky to know my own name when I wake up in the morning. Especially if I take one of those sleep gummies. Oh my world, those things will knock me out. But I'm pretty sure my neighbor can hear me yelling in my sleep. Something about that extra serotonin, not serotonin. I can't think of what the sleep chemical is right now. Is it serotonin? No, I think serotonin is the is what is pleasure. Oh no, no. Little um little little bricks. He's just reached above 500. I think he was at like 505 or 506 last I saw. Hold on. He's a pretty nice guy. I talked to him for a little while um, before the stream. One of the weirdest things about um, veteran status is that you could spend 20 years in the reserve, but if you don't do 180 days of consecutive active duty, you're not considered a veteran for benefits. It's just not right. Yeah, it's the weirdest thing, and I really believe it needs to be changed, because even if you do your 3 weeks a year, not three, well, it can be 2 or 3 weeks a year, depending, but you can get hurt very easily, or even on your weekend drill, you could get hurt, especially if you do like 20 years. Man, you're going to be hurting because you got to stay in shape and all that. Yeah, I've done just over 7 years active. I've been in the reserve, but I did 7 years active for the reserves. So I have my veteran status, actually 100% through them, but it's pretty messed up. It's one of those things that came about when the military was paring down in the 90s, I believe, early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. Yeah, we had a VA rep come in to talk at one of my drills recently, and that's something they were talking about. And they had a bunch of the soldiers were not happy, and I do not blame them a bit. There's a lot of orders. Oh well, I mean, I went up to the recruiter and I had to get a bunch of paperwork together, partly for being older, but I was from when I signed the contract to I went to basic. Because I'm older, I had more stuff to get together and get power of attorney and stuff, and make sure my mom had everything she needed in case something happened to me. It only took me, it was about 3 4 months. And then you have your basic training and your advanced training, and that could be anywhere from 5 months to a year, depending on your job. And then you go to wherever your duty station is going to be if you're active. If you're reserved, you just go back home, meet up with your reserve unit. Because when you reserve, you find out what your reserve unit is even before you go to basic. Sometimes you end up going to a bunch of drills before you go to basic. I went to like two, one or two. It's just all that stuff. It's just a bit. I love those MMOs. I used to play a bunch of them, and I haven't found one that's kept my interest lately. Used to play, the last one I played was Fallout 76. Well, this is getting pretty full, so I think I might be best for me to at least start building some stuff so I can pare down this everything in front of me. Uh, oh man, how many Lego sets? Geez, there be. Well, just around me, I have about 35 boxes on the ground from Lego sets. Of course, that doesn't, and then there's a whole bunch of boxes back behind that wall there. That's just the boxes sitting under the table here. It's like 35 boxes. So I would think I have somewhere in the neighborhood of probably 60 something sets, maybe 70. Because one of my friends gave me a bunch of sets. Um, his daughter had got, and then she never built them. Those are a bunch of small sets. And there's so many small sets that we have that came in those little bags. There is just no telling. Let's see, this is a 1, 2, 3, 6, a 2 by 12. Okay. And my little one just loves, one thing she loves is these little sets because they're really quick to build. Huh. Need a bunch of these little pieces, 6 of them. 2. She got kind of grumpy at me because I built one of her small ones, and she was wanting to build it. Um, well, what I finally figured out to do with the small with the extra parts is just these little Tupperwares. This one has turned into a set that we're missing pieces for. And then I put a piece of tape on there that says what they are. And back behind, you can kind of see a shelf right there. And I have it all organized best I can up there. Best I can without spending huge amounts of time on it. And I got this little sifter thing that's some wood and different levels, and these has circles big to tiny, and then you can just shake it and organize them. When I was home on workman's comp, I spent a while doing that. 3, 4. That took me a long time organizing those all this parts that have just been sitting around in boxes forever. Now, my city proper over here, I want to have get at least two more tables, and then behind the my computer right here, I want to put one more table. And the city proper is going to have my train do a little figure eight. Then I'll build a drawbridge so it can go all the way around. Because I think Little One wants dreams to be over here. So I mean, not that a Lego city is ever done, but that's going to be a big chunk of it. And then behind me, I want to get some shelves to put the stuff like my Atari and NES and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean that's why we get into it. I think is it's a constant project that keeps your brain going. Uh, that's really what Lego is to me. It's a something to think about, something to work on. Oh, I need one more. I mean, we need humans need projects that's not just about your job. Yeah, I love my army job, and it keeps my brain going. But you gotta have a fun project. Everyone needs that. And I definitely notice that I'm a lot happier when I have a little fun project to work on. I do like the little cars. I have two of the remote control cars, and I've seen those little racing cars, and that's something I want to get eventually for the city proper. And if I make this little area a tiny bit bigger behind here, it'll give us some room for the cars, and I love that stuff. I just have to be really careful about what I buy right now. You gotta be really careful. Like the biggest thing I got it because it was on sale for Black Friday. Oh yeah, I mean these sets can get so expensive. Where is ah I'm I mean this thing I got on Black Friday. I mean this thing was not cheap. But I can't even build it till I expand the city some. Yeah, this thing is massive, but it was on a nice. Oh yeah, yeah. Cross your fingers. They put me on orders here soon, so I can get my extra tables, and then I'll start working on this because there's just not room for it right now. As much as I love to build it right now, I would love to start that thing. It is just so neat. It is such a cool. Um, there's actually what, 3 sets that connect it all together, including this one. And they have another one like this they released that I really want. It has like 6 or 7 minifigures, and there's all kinds of weird little stuff happening in the city. Like this one that's a plumber is fixing something. It looks like so much fun. Because I love how these like the tower that's just off screen here, they can fit together or you can move them. I mean, you don't have to keep everything in this tower together. You could put it together with some other sets if you want. I love that. And I really want my city to keep growing with that stuff. And like I'd love the airport too. They were just showed it in a that Lego magazine that they send out every quarter. I get that, and little one always goes through it and tells me what she wants. That's such a good form of advertising they do, that little Lego magazine with the games in it. So whenever I get it, I put it in the car for when I pick her up from her mom and bring her here. So she plays the games and we talk about the Legos in there. I can't find a part I'm looking for. And for some reason, my stomach's being annoying. My stomach is telling me that I'm hungry, and I don't want to be hungry. So many little parts. Yeah, just tell you the minute. So once if they get me some orders here soon. Once that first paycheck hits, I'm heading down to IKEA for 2 more tables. And then I can expand the city. Kind of like it's my Lego city has a manifest destiny to take over the whole basement. Pretty soon they're going to start. Um, how long have I been working on this city now? Yes, I think I've actually been working on this city now about 2 years, roundabout. Because I got these tables um, just after my ACL surgery, so maybe about 2 years. And then eventually, I put those edited videos up when I decided I'd start trying to kill time doing this. So yeah, that's probably about right. Is this the part I'm looking for? Nope. This is close. Lego Manifest Destiny on my basement. Pretty soon they're going to start a war with the native stuffies of the basement. Yeah, I mean, 133, that's not bad for this couple months. I think Kid was saying it's been about 3 months since I had 54. Yeah, I mean, I truthfully never thought more than one person would want to ever sit here and type while I build and kind of talk to myself. I just really am doing this because when I'm out of work, I don't have anything to do. Yeah, it'd be nice. It'd be really nice to make a couple bucks on this, but I not not really pushing for it. Yeah, maybe I'll set up a PayPal um for this. It's not a bad idea. If anyone feels like throwing a couple bucks my way, that's really cool. I'll save it for getting some better lights or something. I will. Yeah, I'll think about doing that tonight while I'm cooking dinner. I'll look at that. Yeah, I don't really want to do put the work into and time into some of these other platforms. 'Cause, if I go on orders here soon, I'll have less free time. But around the time that I do this now, even if I'm on orders, my reserve center is only like 10 minutes from here. Yeah, I've looked at Twitch and it's just like so freaking hyperactive. I'm like, I just no. I don't have the energy to even look at Twitch. And so, I could do a day of work at my reserve center and get here in enough time to still do a stream. I've been on orders, short orders, a couple times since I've done this. Yeah, YouTube's interface is very, all in all, fairly user friendly. Um, from what I can tell, they go through times of being better working with the creators and times when they don't work with the creators well. And it just seems to go back and forth like anything, human made. People in the company try to change things, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. All right, man. Well, thanks for coming in. And yeah, I'll definitely think about that. Always nice to talk to y'all. Here, man, just not being able to find this piece that drives me crazy. I am down to a lot of the small pieces. And the thing I'm looking for isn't that small. Pretty soon here, I might actually have to listen to my stomach. Never, never too, while I love cooking, I don't like eating. It's a weird thing. Okay. Ah, come on. Hi, welcome in. Okay, where is this piece? Come on, little Lego, show yourself. Are you hiding because you know I'm looking for you? Beastie, my friend, can you help me find this? I mean, your eye, you got more eyes than I do, so I'm betting you could find this piece. I mean, you're a great co-host, Beastie. You could at least, but you could do more. Hi, welcome in. Don't mind me talking to my co-host here. She's a really good co-host, but she doesn't help me find parts when I'm missing them. That would definitely help if she'd do that. All right. It's starting to get a little chaotic here. What is that feeling? All right. My radio just didn't work right from day one. All right. I will be here for a little while. I tell you, if I still remembered a thing about Linux, that would be kind of neat. It has been so long since I have even touched a Linux box. I've seen some people doing that stuff on YouTube, and it's really neat. I've seen some people doing some really cool stuff with this radio on here. Right now, I just would like it to work properly. But I don't know what I did wrong the first time. That's why I figure I'm just starting from scratch. If I could just find the next part, that would be great. That's not it. Yeah, I don't think I have even touched anything Linux since the early 2000s. Ah, that was close, but that's not the part. Close, but no cigar. All right. This thing is definitely is there's nothing in here big enough to be what I'm looking for. So it is going to go out of the way for the moment. Hmm. Guess I was thirsty. I That's the problem when you start a thing from scratch and it's not in its bags is getting the project started. I've done this a couple times now with some older Legos I've had that were in just pieces from many moves, and getting things in a way that you can find them Because the instructions assume everything's in the bags. So you got to have everything organized. And you think with what my job is, I would be better at organizing huge projects. But it just seems like, man, that it'd be really cool. Even if I could get 1 million or not 1,000 even, that would be amazing. Believe me, I can't type worth a thing, man. I am like the embodiment of drunk text when I'm on someone's channel talking. And I'm like perfectly sober, but I can't type talking worth anything. Dyslexia is a interesting thing. I'm so happy my major that's in charge of my section, she understands that with me and is able to work with me. Yeah, I there have been a couple of law channels I watch, and you're sitting there, we're talking about a case while it's going on, and I'm trying to type something, and I end up misspelling every other word. It is hilarious. But at my age, all I can do is laugh. I mean, I'm a lot better than I was when I was young with spelling and typing. And then being that I spend so much time at the computer at work, of course, I've gotten better over the years, but that kind of typing, you can take your time and correct things. Oh, God. And my little one, and she's only 9, and she's doing math and asking me for help. And they're teaching math completely different now. And I am completely lost. I mean, I'm having to go over her homework and teach myself the way that they are teaching to be able to do the problems. And this is like simple. This is addition and subtraction and basic multiplication and division. And I'm just like, I don't know. I use a calculator. So like we're doing these problems and by hand, and then I am double checking it on the calculator. For an overeducated person, I am not that smart. I do algebra in Excel. I set up the problems in Excel, and Excel figures it out. Oh my world, where is this one part? And I had to tell her, like, baby girl, I barely graduated high school thanks to algebra. So by the time you get to algebra, I can't help. Once they start adding the alphabet into math, I'm done. I still don't understand why there is the alphabet in math. Welcome. I'm about to throw this whole project out the window if I can't find this one part. because I was very careful about putting everything in these two buckets. And well, what time is it? Okay, well, it's almost time for me to end anyway. Man, the freaking commercial from the '90s. What's up? Oh man, commercials back then were something else. They were there. They were just special. Oh, and GIF memes, man, those things were just insidious. Oh, I'm old. Okay, where is this one little weird piece? Oh yeah, I mean the ads in the '90s. Like I've little one and I will watch some of the Saturday morning cartoons on YouTube, and they have the ads. And I was like, baby girl, there used to be ads that had their own like stories and characters, and you'd watch the ads through the month. Oh yeah, so much more creative. You know, the stories would go into the stuff that you buy because they'd have like comics in them. Ah, finally found the part. I mean, they were like little TV shows, some of these commercials, because they really had to. It was so much more important, I guess, to get um, the eyes on them, and you didn't have as much time as you do with like YouTube ads. Well, they show you over and over and over. You had that short little 20, 30 second thing. Of course, then you had the whole that like He-Man was a cartoon advertisement. Oh man, these AI commercials are just hurting my soul. I used to do video production. I used to do a lot of stuff. Why I say I'm overeducated. I know at DragonCon this year, someone got shut down because they were doing AI art. Like, that's great. That made me happy. Because I draw also. I'm not the best artist to say the least, but yeah, AI is not what they promised us it would be from the '80s. But that's really the corporations are just trying to suck the marrow out of every little thing before it improves. We are making our own dystopia with this stuff. I'm surprised how much I enjoy drawing, but I can really. It's taken me a long time to get anywhere near what I consider somewhat good. And thing is, I have to be in like the right mood to draw. I just can't draw if I'm anywhere near depressed. It is a when I'm in a good mood, I do a bunch of little drawings. But once I'm down, it's just like I don't have the creative resources in my head to do it. And I could, and I don't do anything on paper. I can't draw on paper. 'Cause, yeah, it's just kind of a therapeutic thing for me. And this is one of the most recent things I finished. Yeah, I kind of see it. I like doing it on my tablet because I can take it anywhere. And oh, thank you much. I like doing it just because it it's therapeutic really. I can sit there and just zone out to it when I'm in a good mood. And when at work, I might do a little bit during lunch to clear my brain so I can get back to work. Thank you. Mostly, I draw Pokemon to tell you the truth because little one loves it. But it is great at work to help me if I can't focus on what I'm doing, draw for a few minutes, and then I can get back. Then it kind of clears the pathways, I guess. It, that's just kind of the how my brain is weird. Yeah, not Banksy. I can't think of his name right now, but he likes to do the stuff where he's doing stuff on, yeah, throwing stuff on canvas. He got really popular for it. I cannot think of his name for the life of me right now. Some of the stuff you can tell he actually put some work into how it moves, but some of the stuff is just like I think he was drunk and just threw shit. I mean, if I could get insanely rich for that, I'd do it. Shit, I cannot think of his name right now. My little one and I were actually talking about a bunch of different artists recently, and his name came up. See, I love my Pokemon. So many Pokemon cards, so many. Especially now with um the year of EV and prismatic evolutions. That's what these are. The ones that we're getting. Because everything is about the EV sisters. What's the $103 card? Hey, that's a nice bit of change. Don't think I would ever be that lucky to find one. That's some serious money. Of course, everyone's going crazy with the charismatic evolutions, so the cards aren't worth as much as a lot of the scalpers were hoping, and that makes me so happy. I mean, I despise the Pokemon card scalpers because my little one and I, we love the art and collecting it, and when we can't find anything anywhere because like the and so new. See, if the cards are pretty, I will collect them, and that's really all I care. Hmm. And that's why little one and I do it is that the EV cards are pretty. In fact, she got a bunch of EV sister cards from Santa in her stocking this year. They were fairly old ones too. Yep. And she put them in her special binder that is just Eevee Sisters. I mean, they're not like original Eevee cards, but they are some fairly old ones. And she was so happy. I mean, you gotta love Eevee. The Eevee Sisters are the best. We have our, we even have our special names for the Eevee Sisters, each one. Psy Kitty, Spark Kitty, Fire Kitty, Water Kitty, Leaf Kitty, uh, Bow Kitty. I think that's all of them. That's their special names. I little one remembers all the names of like all the Pokemon. I got no. I can remember the Eevee evolution names, and that's about it. Past that, you know, she remembers them. I haven't played. Oh, I do have the some of the old games on the Switch when they ported them over to Switch, and I every once in a while we play them, and then we play the new um, Pokemon games as they come out. But all she's really wanting to do is once we collect all the Eevee sisters, the game's over. I'm like, okay, as long as all I care is you enjoy it. That's all I care in life right now. I mean, if I lived in the Pokemon world, I'm sure that's about all I do is I get the Eevee sisters and I'd be set. I can't argue with that at all. That and maybe a Dragonite if I could get a Dragonite. Dragonite and Charizard. And there's this random audio book you can find called Diary of a Clumsy Dragonite. And it is the cutest little story written by some random guy about a Dragonite and how he's trying to help around his house, trying to help the people around his house. It is the cutest thing in the world. We have listened to it dozens of times. And in Pokemon Go, we've named the Dragonite Sir Dagworth because that's the Dragonite in that story. It's the cutest little game or little story. Pilwhirl's a funny little one. Yeah, I just the only reason I really enjoy Pokemon anymore is just because my little girl enjoys it. My generation, I remember when Pokemon started and when it got really big on the Game Boy, and I got frustrated with it because I just couldn't understand the math to figure out how to pick what to win, and it just got so frustrating. And then walking around was so slow, having to constantly stop and fight that I gave it up. So, when my little one started to get into all the Pokemon stuff, I'm had to like relearn a bunch. Truthfully, I still don't get the whole math part of Pokemon. That's just my CTE rattled brain just does not want to get all that information. Okay. This is a random weird little piece. And my autocorrect gave up on me years ago. It just up and died. Oh yeah, those Dune, um, they were like $25 each at Target. Really neat. And there's a piece in each one to build another character. And if I ever find them again and I have the money, I'll get some to open up and build that other. I think it's Duncan, Idaho, is the one that you can build from all the other pieces. Yeah, they were kind of random to find at Target when the new movie came out. I think I finally found the last one online, and it was only through the online Target I could find it. But yeah, they're really nice. They're really nice. And I have a couple of gargoyles from the cartoon that I randomly found at Target. Goliath and his daughter. I don't remember his daughter's name. And she has a little egg because that was a subplot in like one of the last seasons about her having a kid with Brooklyn, I think, or Bronx. I don't remember their names. That's been decades. 'Cause- Yeah, and they're really usually the sets that do those things are so well made. It's like little ones, Ladybug and Cat Noir toys. They are just so well made. So I don't mind buying an extra one of those so that we have one that's unopened because they are just so pretty. And they're not called action figures or anything like that. They're called fashion dolls. I guess because it's a French company. There's, oh yeah, those Lego cards. Think I'd forgotten about those. I am not finding this piece. I just found it. My black. And then, oh, another one. Oh, it took me so long to find this one. It took me so long to find this one. Oh no. Oh noes. Oy vey. Yeah, it's about time for me to actually. Well, I'm glad you came on. I usually do about an hour or so. It's about time for me to get off the stream and get on the video to talk to little one. And I'm starting to get frustrated looking for pieces. So when I start getting frustrated, it's time to move on to something else for a few minutes. All right. Hey, I thank y'all for coming on, everyone. So Wednesday, my friend's going to come over here, and we're going to do the Yellow Submarine. So that should be interesting. So yeah, peace.